Are you a programmer? Then what are you?
I protect that which matters most.
Seraph is the Oracle's protector. He tells Neo that the Oracle has many enemies, yet he is not present when Neo first visits the Oracle. If the Oracle is so important, then why wasn't Seraph present when the presumed one was going to meet her for the first time? The simple answer is, at that particular moment, there was no one who posed any real threat to her. But Seraph was there when Neo visited her a second time. So what changed? Smith. After Neo first visited the Oracle, Neo accidentally freed Smith from his programming, giving him the ability to copy himself and overwrite other programs with his own programming. So once Smith was freed from the control of the machines, Seraph became much more vigilant in his role to protect the Oracle. So why does the Oracle need a protector in the first place? The Oracle is of particular value to the machines, because she was specifically written to better understand humans, since the architect's equations alone couldn't accurately predict human behavior. So she is meant to help the One understand what they're supposed to do.
The machine mainframe.
Yes. Where you must go. Where the path of the One ends.
At this point, Neo does not yet realize what his purpose is, and he doesn't realize that the function of the One was always dictated by the machines.
The function of the One is now to return to the source, allowing a temporary dissemination of the code you carry, reinserting the prime program. After which you will be required to select from the matrix 23 individuals, 16 female, 7 male, to rebuild Zion.
Neo even recognizes that the Oracle is just another system of control, so her primary purpose is to lead the One back to the source.
Listen to me, Neo. You can save Zion if you reach the source, but to do that you will need the Keymaker.
For the machines to maintain power over the humans, it's crucial that Neo return to the source and reboot the Matrix. By doing this, any meaningful human rebellion would be stopped in its tracks. So the Oracle is the key to the machines maintaining their control over the humans. And for this reason, the machines can't risk the Oracle being erased, deleted, or overwritten. So where does Seraph come from, and what makes him qualified to be the Oracle's protector? The Oracle states that Seraph has protected her for years, suggesting that Seraph did exist when Neo first met with the Oracle. We also learn that Seraph and Smith had some run-ins in the past.
Oh, well, it's been a long time. I remember chasing you was like chasing a ghost.
I have beaten you before.
Yes, true, but as you can see, things are a little different now.
Seraph had not only fought Smith before, but had actually beaten him, which explains how Seraph was able to evenly match Neo when they first met. But Smith tells Seraph that things are different now, meaning that Smith had chased Seraph back when he was still an agent. But why would an agent be chasing a program? Agents wouldn't be going after the Oracle because she's part of the system, but an agent would chase an exiled program who was scheduled for deletion, Seraph being that exile. Seraph being an exiled program is also supported by how the Merovingian addresses him.
And since you, my little Judas...
The Merovingian helps protect exiled programs from being deleted. Calling Seraph a Judas suggests that Seraph betrayed the Merovingian after being saved from deletion. But how would Seraph have betrayed the Merovingian?
And it so happens there is something I want. Something I have wanted ever since I first came here. It is said they cannot be taken. They can only be given.
What?
The eyes of the Oracle.
The Merovingian has always wanted the eyes of the Oracle, but likely couldn't find a way to procure them, because none of the exiled programs that he had collected were strong enough to fight off an agent, who would inevitably pursue them once they left the Merovingian's protection. But once the Merovingian saved Seraph, he realized he had finally found a program strong enough to fight off agents. In exchange for Seraph's life, the Merovingian likely tasked Seraph with procuring the eyes of the Oracle. Seraph probably tracked down the Oracle, only to be convinced by the Oracle herself that he was on the wrong side. Seraph then decided to protect her from the Merovingian, which explains what Seraph means when he says that the Oracle has many enemies. When the Merovingian mentions the eyes of the Oracle, just the look on Seraph's face implies that this is his worst fear. Once Neo accidentally frees Smith from his programming, Seraph becomes much more vigilant. Instead of just staying at the Oracle's home, Seraph and the Oracle constantly move around, using program backdoors to move throughout the Matrix quickly. This is why Neo is having trouble finding her.
Where are you?
They are certainly evading Smith, since it's quite clear that he wants to overwrite her, and she's not at all surprised when he finds her.
The great and powerful Oracle, we meet at last.
Immediately after Seraph and the Oracle leave Neo in the park, Smith appears. It seems that Seraph was anticipating this. Why else would he be so insistent that they leave immediately?
We must go.
Seraph keeps looking off in the direction that Smith eventually comes from. This suggests that Seraph had a feeling that Smith was coming. Though Seraph had fought and beaten Smith before, Smith is no longer an agent, and it's highly unlikely that Seraph would be able to fight off 100 Smiths like Neo does. Because when Seraph and Sati are chased down by the gang of Smiths, Seraph is unable to stop them, and they're both quickly overwritten.
What did you do with Sati?
Cookies need love like everything does.
You are a bastard.
And without Seraph, there's nothing left to protect the Oracle from Smith. So she gives in, knowing that she's already done all that she can, and that Neo is the last hope.
Do what you're here to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you think Seraph wasn't there when Neo first met the Oracle? And no, don't tell me that the Wachowskis hadn't thought of him yet. That's the lazy answer. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, please drop a like, and if you'd like to see more video essays like this, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.